Hello and welcome to this edition of the Honey-Do List channel. Today what we're going to be doing is dismantling a standard deadbolt, and we're going to be installing this 909 Smartcode deadbolt. They're good for a lot of things. You know, if you have multiple users or you don't want to carry keys, they say it's good for athletes and stuff like that. Let me show you one thing real quick. This is the outside of the door. Never put the screws on the outside of a door, because as the door shuts, somebody can just walk up and unscrew this and open this deadbolted door. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it apart real quick. If you just give me a second, we're going to try to do this real quick. Just going to try to make it a quick video. Let me get the camera just right, and here we go. Alright, so first of all, you just take out the two screws. The lock will come apart. Pop the rings off of it. And there's how you disassemble the lock. Now, on the outside of the door, everybody knows that you have what's called a strike. And we're going to also take that out because the new lock comes with a new one. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take those out. It's two more screws. Okay, there's one. Let's get the other one. Okay, take the two screws out, reach in here like that, and just pull the lock out. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to find the new one from the new kit. And these are adjustable. I don't know if people know this. They are adjustable. You can turn them like this, and it shortens up the shank length of it, or you can extend it. Looking at this one, what you do is you'll extend it out as far as it'll go, and that's right. So it needed to be extended out to the farthest one, then you want to put two screws in it. But I do want to mention that there is a top and a bottom to this, and it is marked right there. They usually say up. If y'all can focus on that, it does say up. And you always want to make sure that is facing up, because if not, then the lock will work backwards. This one is facing up. So we're going to put two screws in there real quick. Of course I dropped it. And you just put the two screws back in it. Because this is a pre-existing door, we don't actually have to do any trimming or anything. Everything should fit back just the way that it came out. If so, I mean, there is a little bit of trimming. That's for another day, another time. We're going to try to do this real quickly. These little smart locks are really a good idea. This smart lock that we're using, the 909, runs about $100 at Lowe's. This is where we picked it up. It was $99. It actually can put 8 different codes in there, so you can have 8 different users come in and out. It actually has where you can put in a SD card and be able to pull who comes in and out of the house. I was trying to find a model number on it. I guess the model number is 909, Smartcode 909. See if I can get that all in there. By Kwikset. I actually like these locks. They seem to work really well. We've actually have one on another door, so it seems to be fairly easy. The instructions for it, there's about 10 instructions. It doesn't seem to be that difficult to follow. Everything's in basic English. So now that we have that, what you will do then is, I'm looking over the instructions because I also want to make sure that, you know, we are doing it correctly. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the locking mechanism, which would be this, or the key tone, and this is also a smart key. You can actually put the real key in there, turn it, take the key out, push in that button with the tool they give you, put a new key in there, and it'll reset it to the new key. So it's real quick and easy to reset keys on this. You insert it like that. Now the trick is you have to make sure this wire goes underneath there like that, and then you install this on the face just like that. Just like that. And you want to make sure everything's good and straight and that the locking mechanism is straight. I had a little bit of trouble there. I had to pull it back out. And that's how you would install the front of this. Okay, on the back of the door, which I can't really show you because I'm trying to keep the location a little bit more secure, they have this plate right here. And it actually tells you, pull the wire through this. What you're going to do is you're going to mount this to the back of the door, this to the door. So this will be facing out on the back side like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the 2 screws provided, which will look something like this, and you go through here and into this locking mechanism. Okay, so let's get on that. Open up the bag of screws. And the screws look something, they're actually like that. So let's do that real quick. Set this on here. And oh yeah, I want to mention this. It actually has a notch right there. That's where you'll pull that wire through that hole once you put it in the other side. So let's do that real quick. We'll bring it in. Do it just like that. Bring this wire in. Feed it through the hole in the back of the lock. And once we get it to that point, I will bring you around back. Alright, so it should look something like that right now. And then you take the locking mechanism, which will be right here, the smart key lock, and you push it in. Make sure it's good and straight. The holes line up, which they did. And then you just tighten up the screws. Another thing, do not over tighten the screws in the back of this. It makes the lock work, you know, extra hard to, makes the lock have to work extra hard. So we're going to put the lock in there and then we'll tighten everything up. And we're just going to tighten the bolts up on the back. Let me get these tightened up and I'll spin you around to this side and show you what I was talking about. Okay, that's the first one. It's nice and, like I said, snug. You don't want it where the lock will move. I only have one and it's already starting to get tight to move. What you don't want to do is bear down on them and get them so tight that, like I said, the lock will have trouble working. Okay. You could use a drill for this. I didn't want to use a drill because I noticed in my videos when I use a drill, it's hard for everybody to hear me. So I wanted to, and it wasn't really going to take that long. It's just a few screws. Okay, so that should be there. All right, so now comes step 2. is the actual locking working mechanism. It actually has a battery pack that will go inside that you'll need to replace the batteries. Install the batteries. It has a plug right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick you up and bring you around this side. Okay, and you see how I fed the wire through the bottom of the hole right here. Then this will plug in to that in the back. So I'm going to turn you back around over here and set you down. And we'll continue to do that real quick. Let me plug all this in. It is marked up, so it will be, easy for you to determine which way is up and down. Okay, make sure the lock works. It's nice and smooth. There's no grind to it. Okay, and then what there is, and then there's going to be 3 screws that you put in the actual body of that lock. And I'll show you that as soon as I find the 3 screws. They're right here. They're little itty bitty screws. When I say they're tiny, they're tiny. So be careful with them when you open them up. Don't drop them all over the floor, you'll be chasing them all around. And wow, if I can get this package open, man, I'm having troubles here. I ripped the package in half and it kind of like melted the plastic back together. Okay, so now we have these 3 screws out. Like I said, they're very, very tiny. Okay, so we're going to do that. And what they do is, we'll pull you around here. They actually go, whoops, sorry about that. One on the side, one underneath, and one on the other side. And what that does, that actually holds this locking mechanism to the door itself. You hold it nice and tight. Then you install the battery pack, and then you go through the instructions on how to program the lock into a code, which I won't be able to show you. I'll be able to show you the steps to it, but I won't actually be able to show you the code because we don't want anybody knowing the code, of course. But they'll have a standard code that you type in to make sure everything's working properly. Sometimes, now let me also want to put this in there, big disclaimer. I'm not sponsored by Kwikset. Everybody knows I don't take any sponsorship. But sometimes you will have to call. These locks are set up to work one direction. Sometimes you have to call their 1-800 number, which is provided, and that they will walk you through how to get the lock to turn the other way. It's just a simple type in a code, hold a button down, and it's fairly easy. They're really nice people. On the last one I did, I had to call them. It did take me a few minutes to get through to them on the phone. Oops, I dropped the screw. A few minutes to get through to them on the phone, but other than that, they were very friendly, stayed with me on the phone. It took 3 minutes to get the lock to reset. They stayed on the phone all 3 minutes. They were never in a hurry to get off the phone. It did take a few minutes to get on, but with the level of service I was getting when I was on the phone, I understand why it took so long. I just dropped the screw again. Tape 15. Alright, well, let's move along real quick. I can put that screw in later on the bottom. It's kind of a hard screw to get to. Okay, now this, it shows you right on top. Alright, like I was saying, it has it marked towards door. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide that battery pack into the back. Okay, and then there's a button on the back. I'll show you. There's a button right here that says program. You press that button one time, which I've already programmed our codes in there, so I'm actually going to press it 3 times. That'd be third user. Then I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to hit 1, 1, 1, 1, and then you hit the lock button. That long beep lets you know that it works. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the lock button, you'll see it come out and lock. To unlock it, you would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it unlocks. Okay, on the back, the only thing that's remaining is to put this cap on. And I'll show you that it already has the screws right here. You need to remove these 2 screws, and then this little cap will come over and slide down over it. If you can see that. Now slide down, and then you just put the 2 screws on each side, here and here, to secure the lock. And that's how easy it is to set up the 909 Kwikset Smart Lock. Great product. I'm not sponsored by Kwikset or, you know, the batteries or anybody like that. Just thought that it might be a good way to show y'all how to do it. And you know, I hope that you learned something from this video, and if so, please give it a thumbs up. Add a comment. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and turn on your bell icon so you know when we're putting up new videos. Until next time, let's work on that honey-do list together, and have a great day.